The golden autumn evening in London carried a special excitement as preparations began at Kensington Palace for one of the most anticipated events of the entertainment calendar. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, stood before her elegant dressing-room mirror, carefully considering her wardrobe choices for the royal variety performance. The annual charity event, which raises funds for the Royal Variety Charity, held deep significance for the royal family, and tonight's appearance would mark another important moment in their public service. William, the Prince of Wales, reviewed his evening schedule while adjusting his formal attire in the adjoining room. The couple had been looking forward to this evening for weeks, knowing it would provide them with an opportunity to support British entertainment while contributing to a worthy cause. The Royal Variety performance had been a cherished tradition since 1912, and their presence would continue the legacy established by previous generations of royals. Catherine selected a stunning midnight blue gown that perfectly complemented her elegant style while remaining appropriate for the formal occasion. The dress featured intricate beadwork that caught the light beautifully, creating a subtle shimmer that would photograph well under the bright theater lights. She paired it with sapphire earrings that had belonged to Princess Diana, adding a meaningful personal touch to her ensemble. Her hair was styled in a classic updo that showcased the jewelry while maintaining her signature sophisticated appearance. Meanwhile, William chose a traditional black tuxedo with white bow tie, adhering to the formal dress code expected at such prestigious events. His outfit was perfectly tailored, reflecting the attention to detail that characterized all royal appearances. The couple understood that their clothing choices would be scrutinized by fashion experts and royal watchers around the world, so every element was carefully considered. Their personal staff worked efficiently behind the scenes, coordinating with the theater venue and security teams to ensure every aspect of the evening would run smoothly. The royal protection officers had already surveyed the London Palladium, where the performance would take place, checking every entrance and exit while coordinating with local police to manage the crowds that always gathered for royal appearances. Catherine spent a few quiet moments reviewing the evening's program, familiarizing herself with the performers they would meet backstage. The lineup included some of Britain's most talented entertainers, from established stars to emerging artists who were just beginning their careers. She appreciated the opportunity to meet these creative individuals and learn about their artistic journeys, as supporting the arts had always been important to her. William discussed logistics with his private secretary, ensuring they understood the timing for each segment of the evening. The couple would arrive at the theater, walk the red carpet while greeting fans and photographers, take their seats in the royal box, enjoy the performances, and then meet the entertainers backstage afterward. Each phase required precise coordination to maintain security while allowing for genuine public interaction. The Princess of Wales applied her makeup with the assistance of her personal stylist, choosing a look that would appear natural yet polished under the theater's bright lighting. Her beauty routine always emphasized enhancing her natural features rather than creating a dramatic transformation, reflecting her preference for understated elegance that had become her signature style over the years. As the sun began to set over London, casting a warm glow through the palace windows, both William and Catherine felt the familiar mixture of anticipation and responsibility that accompanied their public appearances. They understood that their presence at events like the Royal Variety performance served multiple purposes, supporting important charities, celebrating British culture, and maintaining the connection between the monarchy and the people. The couple's children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, had already been settled for the evening with their nanny. Catherine had read them bedtime stories before beginning her preparations, maintaining the family routine that kept their home life as normal as possible, despite their extraordinary public roles. The children were growing up understanding that their parents had special duties to the country, but family time remained sacred. Catherine's jewelry selection process involved more than just aesthetic considerations. Each piece carried historical significance and would send subtle messages about the occasion's importance. The sapphire earrings honored William's mother's memory, while the simple wedding ring and engagement ring reminded everyone of the couple's enduring partnership that had captured the public's imagination since their university days. William's final preparations included reviewing brief notes about the evening's performers and any relevant talking points for his backstage conversations. He took pride in being well informed about the people he would meet, whether they were world-famous entertainers or behind-the-scenes crew members whose work made the performances possible. This attention to detail reflected his genuine interest in the entertainment industry and its contribution to British culture. The royal couple's transportation arrangements involved multiple vehicles and precise timing. Their official car would be followed by security vehicles, with police motorcycles clearing the route to ensure smooth travel through London's busy streets. The Metropolitan Police had coordinated with theater security to create safe zones around the venue while still allowing public access for the many royal watchers who hoped to catch a glimpse of William and Catherine. As evening approached, Catherine took a final look in her mirror, adjusting a small detail of her hair and ensuring her makeup would last throughout the long evening ahead. She felt confident and ready to represent the royal family with the dignity and grace that the British people had come to expect from her over the years since joining the royal family. William checked his watch and confirmed with his security team that everything was ready for their departure. The couple would leave Kensington Palace precisely on schedule, as any deviation could affect the carefully planned timeline that would carry them through the entire evening's events. Their punctuality had become legendary among royal staff and event organizers. The Princess of Wales gathered her small evening bag, which contained only essential items since royal protocol limited what could be carried during public appearances. Inside were a few discreet makeup touch-up items, tissues, and mints, along with a small card containing key information about the evening's performers and charitable beneficiaries. Their final moments at home were spent together, sharing quiet conversation about the evening ahead and their hopes for the event's success. Both William and Catherine genuinely enjoyed supporting the entertainment industry and looked forward to discovering new talent while reconnecting with established performers they had met at previous royal events. The couple's dedication to their charitable duties extended far beyond mere appearance. They had spent considerable time learning about the Royal Variety Charity's work, supporting entertainment industry professionals who faced financial hardship due to age, illness, or other circumstances beyond their control. Understanding the real impact of their presence motivated them to give their best effort to every aspect of the evening. As their departure time arrived, William and Catherine made their way to the waiting car, ready to begin an evening that would combine royal duty with genuine entertainment, charitable fundraising with cultural celebration, and public service with personal enjoyment. Their radiant appearance would soon light up the London Palladium and bring joy to audiences both in the theater and watching from home. The royal convoy glided through London's illuminated streets as curious onlookers gathered along the route, hoping to catch a glimpse of the future king and queen. Inside their elegant vehicle, William and Catherine observed the city they served, noting the excited faces of people who had waited patiently in the evening chill for this moment. The Prince of Wales pointed out landmarks to his wife, sharing stories from previous royal visits to various venues throughout their magnificent capital. As they approached the London Palladium, the famous theater's facade blazed with warm lights, creating a magical atmosphere that perfectly suited the evening's celebration of British entertainment. Photographers had been positioned strategically around the entrance, their cameras ready to capture every moment of the royal arrival. The red carpet stretched from the street to the theater entrance, bordered by velvet ropes that held back the enthusiastic crowd of royal watchers and entertainment fans. Catherine could see the excitement building as their car approached the designated stopping point. She took a deep breath, smiled at William, and prepared to step into the spotlight that would follow them throughout the evening. The Princess of Wales had learned to embrace these public moments, understanding how much joy their appearances brought to the people who supported the monarchy and the charities they represented. The car came to a gentle stop, and immediately their personal protection officers moved into position around the vehicle. The theater's manager and event organizers waited respectfully nearby, ready to guide the royal couple through the evening's proceedings. William stepped out first, his confident presence commanding immediate attention from the assembled photographers and well-wishers who had gathered along the barriers. He turned to assist Catherine as she emerged from the car, her midnight blue gown flowing elegantly as she stood and straightened her posture with the practiced grace that had become her trademark. The crowd erupted in cheers and applause, with many people calling out greetings and words of support for the royal couple. Catherine waved warmly, her genuine smile lighting up her face as she acknowledged the enthusiasm of their supporters. The couple began their walk along the red carpet, pausing frequently to wave at different sections of the crowd and ensure everyone felt acknowledged. William and Catherine had perfected this art of public engagement, moving at a pace that allowed photographers to capture beautiful images while giving spectators ample opportunity to see them clearly. Their natural chemistry and obvious affection for each other created heartwarming moments that would be treasured by royal photographers. Reporters called out questions from the designated press area, though royal protocol meant the couple would not be giving impromptu interviews. Instead, they focused on connecting with the gathered crowd through smiles, waves, and occasional brief conversations with theater staff and event organizers. Catherine's radiant appearance drew particular attention, with fashion experts already beginning to analyze her outfit choices and jewelry selection. The London Palladium's ornate entrance provided a stunning backdrop for the royal arrival photographs. The historic theater had hosted countless legendary performers over its century-long history, and tonight it would add another chapter to its storied past. William paused to shake hands with the theater manager, expressing appreciation for the venue's role in supporting British entertainment and the charitable cause they were all celebrating. Inside the theater's elegant lobby, the couple was greeted by representatives from the Royal Variety Charity, who briefed them on the evening's program and introduced them to key organizers who had worked tirelessly to create this spectacular show. Catherine listened attentively as they explained how funds raised would support entertainment industry veterans facing financial difficulties, demonstrating her genuine interest in understanding the charity's important work. The royal box had been decorated with fresh flowers and prepared according to strict security protocols. As they made their way to their seats, William and Catherine waved to the audience below, who responded with thunderous applause and standing ovation that continued for several minutes. The atmosphere in the theater was electric, with excitement building for both the royal presence and the incredible performances that would follow. Catherine settled into her seat, adjusting her gown gracefully while maintaining perfect posture that would look elegant in photographs throughout the evening. William sat beside her, both of them reviewing their programs and discussing the diverse lineup of entertainers they would soon witness. The couple always took genuine interest in learning about new performers and understanding different artistic disciplines represented in these variety shows. The theater's magnificent interior provided a perfect setting for the evening's entertainment. Ornate decorations and historic architectural details created an atmosphere of grandeur that complemented the royal presence while honoring the venue's rich entertainment heritage. Catherine admired the intricate ceiling work and elegant lighting that would showcase the performers beautifully throughout the show. As the lights began to dim, signaling the start of the performance, the audience settled into anticipatory silence. William and Catherine exchanged a quick smile, both feeling the excitement that always accompanied live entertainment. They had attended many such events over the years, but each one brought new discoveries and memorable moments that enriched their understanding of British cultural life. The evening's host took the stage to thunderous applause, acknowledging the royal presence with appropriate respect while maintaining the light-hearted tone that characterized these variety performances. The audience responded enthusiastically, creating an atmosphere of celebration that would carry throughout the entire show. Catherine applauded warmly, her genuine enjoyment evident to everyone in the theater. The first act featured a renowned British comedian whose witty observations about contemporary life had the entire audience laughing heartily. William and Catherine joined in the laughter, their relaxed enjoyment demonstrating their appreciation for quality entertainment and their ability to connect with popular culture. The comedian's respectful references to royal life were met with good-natured applause from the royal box. Following the comedy act, a spectacular musical number filled the stage with dozens of performers in elaborate costumes, their synchronized choreography creating a visual feast that showcased the incredible talent available in British theater. Catherine watched with obvious delight, occasionally leaning over to share observations with William about the complexity of the staging and the skill required for such precise coordination. A young singer-songwriter then took the stage with just her guitar and microphone, creating an intimate moment that contrasted beautifully with the earlier spectacular number. Her heartfelt lyrics about overcoming challenges resonated throughout the theater, and Catherine was visibly moved by the emotional honesty of the performance. The Princess of Wales had always appreciated artists who used their platforms to inspire and uplift others. The variety continued with a magician whose impossible illusions left the entire audience gasping in amazement. William leaned forward in his seat, clearly intrigued by the technical skill required to create such convincing magic. The performer's ability to engage the audience while maintaining perfect timing demonstrated the high standards that characterized this prestigious annual event. Between acts, Catherine and William had brief opportunities to discuss the performances, sharing their impressions and favorite moments while the stage was reset for the next act. Their genuine enthusiasm for the entertainment they were witnessing reflected their deep appreciation for the creative industries that contributed so much to British cultural life and international reputation. As the spectacular finale concluded with all performers taking their bows to thunderous applause, William and Catherine rose from their seats to join the standing ovation that filled the London Palladium. The Princess of Wales applauded enthusiastically, her radiant smile reflecting genuine appreciation for the incredible talent they had witnessed throughout the evening. The energy in the theater was infectious, with audience members continuing to cheer long after the curtain had fallen. The royal couple made their way backstage, where they would have the privilege of meeting the performers personally and learning about their artistic journeys. Catherine adjusted her gown as they walked through the theater's historic corridors, past walls lined with photographs of legendary entertainers who had graced this same stage over the decades. William pointed out some of the notable names, sharing his knowledge of entertainment history with his wife. Their first backstage encounter was with the young singer-songwriter who had moved the audience with her heartfelt performance. Catherine immediately complimented her on the emotional depth of her lyrics, asking about her songwriting process and the personal experiences that inspired her music. The Princess of Wales had always been fascinated by creative processes and enjoyed these opportunities to understand how artists transformed their experiences into performances that touched others. William engaged in conversation with the comedian, appreciating his clever wordplay and asking about the challenges of performing for such a prestigious audience. The performer shared stories about developing his material and the importance of reading audience reactions, while the Prince of Wales listened with genuine interest, occasionally laughing at behind-the-scenes anecdotes about life in the entertainment industry. The magician demonstrated a close-up trick exclusively for the royal couple, creating a moment of wonder that delighted both William and Catherine. They marveled at his skill and dedication to his craft, learning about the years of practice required to perfect such seemingly impossible illusions. Catherine asked thoughtful questions about how he developed new tricks and maintained the element of surprise that was so crucial to magical entertainment. The elaborate musical production's choreographer and costume designer were introduced to the royal couple, who expressed admiration for the spectacular visual elements that had enhanced the performance so beautifully. William inquired about the logistics of coordinating so many performers, while Catherine was particularly interested in the intricate costume details that had contributed to the show's magical atmosphere. Throughout their backstage visits, both William and Catherine demonstrated their ability to connect with people from all backgrounds and artistic disciplines. They listened attentively to each performer's story, asked meaningful questions, and offered genuine encouragement for future projects. Their authentic interest in the entertainment industry went far beyond mere royal duty, reflecting their personal appreciation for creativity and artistic expression. The theater's technical crew was also introduced to the royal couple, who took time to acknowledge the behind-the-scenes professionals whose work made the spectacular performances possible. William spoke with the lighting designer about the complex coordination required to support multiple acts, while Catherine chatted with wardrobe assistants about the quick costume changes that had happened seamlessly throughout the show. Representatives from the Royal Variety Charity provided updates on how the evening's fundraising efforts would support entertainment industry professionals in need. Catherine listened intently as they explained specific programs that helped aging performers, supported families during medical crises, and provided training opportunities for young people entering the entertainment field. Her questions demonstrated deep understanding of the charity's mission and its impact on real people's lives. The couple met with the evening's host, who thanked them for their presence and shared observations about how royal attendance elevated the entire event's profile and fundraising potential. William expressed appreciation for the entertainer's professional skill in managing such a diverse program while maintaining the perfect tone throughout the evening. They discussed the important role that variety performances played in British cultural traditions. As their backstage visits continued, Catherine and William encountered performers from earlier acts who had remained to meet them personally. A veteran entertainer who had performed at previous royal variety shows shared memories of meeting other royal family members over the decades, creating connections between past and present that enriched the evening's historical significance. The Prince and Princess of Wales also met young performers who were experiencing their first royal variety performance, offering encouragement and expressing confidence in their future careers. Catherine was particularly moved by a teenage dancer who spoke about overcoming challenges to reach this prestigious stage, and she offered words of support that clearly meant a great deal to the young artist. Theater management presented the royal couple with commemorative programs and small gifts honoring their attendance, including items that would become cherished mementos of this special evening. William and Catherine graciously accepted these tokens of appreciation while expressing their own gratitude for the invitation to witness such extraordinary entertainment. As their backstage visits drew to a close, the royal couple gathered with all the evening's performers for group photographs that would preserve memories of this successful collaboration between the monarchy and the entertainment industry. Catherine's midnight blue gown stood out beautifully against the colorful costumes worn by the various performers, creating striking visual compositions that photographers would treasure. The couple's departure from the London Palladium was met with continued enthusiasm from fans who had waited patiently outside the theater throughout the entire performance. William and Catherine took time to acknowledge these dedicated supporters, waving and smiling as they made their way to their waiting vehicle. The Princess of Wales looked as radiant as ever, her energy seemingly undimmed despite the long evening of public appearances. During their journey back to Kensington Palace, William and Catherine reflected on the evening's highlights, discussing their favorite performances and the meaningful conversations they had enjoyed with various entertainers. Both agreed that the event had perfectly demonstrated the power of entertainment to bring people together while supporting important charitable causes. Catherine carefully removed her sapphire earrings as they traveled through London's quieter late-night streets, handling the precious jewelry with the reverence appropriate for pieces that connected her to royal family history. William loosened his bow tie, both of them beginning to transition from their formal public roles back to their private family life. The successful evening represented everything that made royal variety performances special: world-class entertainment, charitable fundraising, cultural celebration, and meaningful connections between the royal family and the creative communities they supported. William and Catherine's radiant presence had elevated every aspect of the event, from the excitement of their arrival through the warmth of their backstage interactions with performers. As they approached home, both the Prince and Princess of Wales felt satisfied with another successful fulfillment of their royal duties. They had supported an important charity, celebrated British entertainment talent, and provided joy to countless people who had witnessed their participation either in person or through media coverage that would extend the evening's positive impact far beyond the London Palladium. Their final moments in the car were spent in comfortable conversation about returning home to their children and resuming the family routines that kept them grounded despite their extraordinary public responsibilities. Catherine smiled as she anticipated sharing stories about the evening's entertainment with George, Charlotte, and Louis, knowing they would be fascinated by descriptions of the magic tricks and musical performances their parents had witnessed.